Potential labor shortage threatens the speed at which new capacity can be brought online. Kate Rogers is in San Francisco, and she has that story for us this morning. Kate.
Hi again, David. It seems like we're getting a data center announcement weekly at this point in the frenzy to help feed the need for AI demand. But as you mentioned, there's a glaring bottleneck here that predates the artificial intelligence boom, and that's labor. In manufacturing, construction, and electrical trades, there's an ongoing lack of skilled labor as older workers age out without being replaced by younger workers. And add to that, many of these data centers are in locations that don't have robust pools of labor to begin with. So by the numbers, if you hear 1.9 million manufacturers workers short by 2033. That's according to the National Association of Manufacturers. The group called it a, quote, economic and national security issue. Associated Builders and Contractors projects nearly 500,000 workers will be needed this year alone to fill some gaps. That sector is also facing uncertainty, of course, from tariffs and changes to immigration policy. In September, ABC's data showed industry contraction, but did note there was optimism in its members due to these data center projects. 1 in 5 of its members, in fact, was contracted to work on these projects in September. Associated Builders and Contractors chief economist Anibir Basu telling me, quote, I think these projects are likely to go over budget and miss their deadlines, but that's typical in U.S. construction, even for not so complicated large projects. You add this layer of complexity, this need for precision that would not exist in a typical apartment building or office building. Do we have the workforce for that? He says not in abundance, that's for sure. So it will be certainly interesting to see kind of how this all shakes out. And it's not necessarily that these projects get delayed, but they do pull labor from other important construction and manufacturing projects. So it has a ripple effect that, will touch much more than just these data center buildouts. Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, Kate, on that final point, I've been wondering about that because you actually have had this happening at a time when things like commercial and single-family construction maybe are in a little bit of a soft patch. So I wonder if it's been observable that there's been, the kind of delays elsewhere in the construction world.
As you said, there's just big optimism, about the future of these projects and what that means. And what Basu said to me, if you're working for Elon Musk or Sam Altman, they're throwing so much money at the problem. You're going to get it done on those projects, but you're going to be pulling labor from other things that are already in the pipeline. So I think you're going to see this show up, across the economy for sure.